So I received a video request from this guy, and he was requesting for a video on how to build front-end apps using AI. So using AI, and my job in this channel is to um, help users, help newbies to um, gain skill on how to use AI to build solutions and softwares. So in this video, I'm just going to be doing that. I'm going to focus mainly on websites. I'm going to build a website using AI right now. And then, so if you are new, subscribe, like, and share the video. We'll be going into it. Before we go into building apps using AI, there are things you should know before going fully into vibe coding. Now, what is the first thing? In my previous videos, I talked about gaining fundamental knowledge on software development. That is how the front end works with the back end, the whole interactions and the way they work, the function of each element and component that makes up a software. The front end is the user interface, what the user interacts with, and then the back end has to do with the logic and then the workflows, the database, what actually makes the app what it is outside the look. Now we have a website like Amazon. You open up Amazon on your browser, and then the first page, the pages you're seeing that you are interacting with as a user, is the front end. Those are the front end components that you are interacting with. Then the back end has to do with the hidden workflows, the hidden frameworks that makes the front end to function the way it is functioning. Now we have the servers. Yeah, the server is the engine of the app because it hosts resources that is required for the app to function. The app code, the dependencies, every other thing, every package that the app requires to run are being hold up on the server of that particular app. Another aspect of the back end you also want to understand is the database, how the database function with the app. The database is the storehouse of the app, while the server is the engine of the app. Now, database stores credentials, data, everything that has to do with data that the app requires to run. The database holds those materials, those resources. The database stores them. So now, how do this work together? Let me say you are interacting with Amazon. Now Amazon immediately, maybe you are creating an order, you want to order some item. Now you are interacting with the Amazon web application, and then you have selected your items, and then you place confirm order. Now immediately you clicked on the confirm order, the front end is going to make a post request to the server. Now the server receives the request and then stores that particular request on the database, and then responds back to the user. And then you find out that when it's responding, it can show you order created, proceeding to checkout. You understand? Now what those communication are is basically this: the front end sending to the back end is called request, and then the back end sending back to the front end is called response. So these are the interaction flow. Now the front end communicates with the back end, tells the back end what the user is doing, the thing that the user is requesting. Let me say you are migrating from the homepage of Amazon, and then you are going towards viewing your cart. Now once you click on the cart navigation, it sends that request to the server. Now the server receives the request and then gives you response and supplies that particular page that you requested. Another aspect of the back end is the API communication, because API simply means application programming interface. So these are the flows for the back end, the front end communicating with the back end, and the back end communicating with the front end. So like I said, I won't be going into details in this particular video about this. I'm going to make a separate video for that. So you need to understand the way these things, these components interact with each other for you to be able to build a complete usable real life web application or software. Now, after you've gained that understanding, the next step is interpretation. You have to interpret what you want to build. You must first of all interpret what you are building. Or maybe a client gave you a job to build a website for him. You first of all understand and interpret every aspect of that website. What is needed for that website, if you need a database, if you need this, if you need that. So you must first of all understand what that particular application or software you are creating, how it works. You must first of all interpret and think very, very well so that you can come up with a clear and thorough architecture of what you want to build. Then the next thing is your prompt. Now, this is what makes vibe coders different from vibe coders. Although this is one of the things from the from from the beginning of understanding the fundamental, from understanding the fundamental of software development down to thinking critically and up to the prompt. These are the three major things that makes a vibe coder stand out. Now, your prompt must be quality. There are things, there are elements your prompt must have for your prompt to be a quality prompt. Now, you cannot expect your AI tool to give you quality production ready web application when you just when you just write a prompt like, hey, create me an app. There is no context, there is no definition, there is nothing on that. Just say, hey, create me an app for footballers. It will create a whole different and entirely different thing from what you are expecting. Now, there are these things, these particular segments or section or qualities that makes a prompt a very good prompt. Now, the first one is identity of role. Now, you are telling the tool whom he should act as. Um, he should act as a professional web developer that is focused on front end alone, or a balanced full scale full stack developer that that build web application for clients. That is an identity. That is a role that you are giving to the AI. Now, when it is executing the job, it knows what he is acting as and how to carry out the response. Now, after role identity, the next quality that makes a prompt a quality prompt is definition. Now, you are defining what you are building. You are defining what you are building. I am building this platform for this. Now, you are defining what you are building, right? Let me say, for example, I want to build, I am building a web app for an aircraft company, from an aircraft hiring company, or I'm building a website for a hotel. Now, you have given the tool, the AI, identity role. You have given it identity for the kind of role it should play. Now, you are also telling it what you are building. Now, it gives it a clearer picture of what it should do. Now, you are telling it what you are building. The next thing is whom you are building it for. I am building this for this company. I am building a website for this company. Then the next thing is for what. After what you are building, whom you are building for, why are you building it? You get. Now, you are telling it why you are building it, so that they can be able to get order or flights, books, or anything. Or if it's for a hotel, I'm building this website for this hotel so that their customers can easily book reservations. Now, you have given it a context of identity, what you are building, for whom you are building, and why you are building it. so that their customers can do what? Now, if you just say build a website for a hotel, it can build an admin dashboard for you, because it's still for a hotel to receive reservations that are booked by customers. But now, when you now make it very clear that you are building so that customers can book reservations, now it now narrows its workflow down to customers booking reservation and nothing more. You understand? Now, after that, another quality of your prompt is what it should do and what it should not do. That is what should be included, what you want, clearer context of what you want and what you don't want that particular website or app to have. Now, when you do this, you find out that the websites have clear picture of what you want and what you don't want. This makes your prompt a very good and quality prompt, clearer for the AI to understand and execute your workflow. Now you can go ahead to tell it, I have these tools, use these tools, use these tools. So it does not create generic things for you. Then it will help the AI to do what? To work with what you have already. To work with what you have already. There are some time you can just go in and just type your prompt without defining the tools you have, and then the AI will go ahead and make a project and then go ahead to execute with a framework or a workflow that is way beyond the resource you have at the particular moment. So stay tuned in this video. I'm going to go ahead and show an example. I'm going to generate a quick website using this flow so that we can see how we define our prompts. I already understand software development very very well, so you too, you should understand software development. Go ahead, I will be posting the video soon, so understand software development. Just the fundamentals alone are enough, and then be able to open your brain and think very very critically. And then the next thing, your prompt quality. You must identify, you must give the AI to its identity and its role, the role it's playing, and then you must then after role identity, the next thing is context, what you are building. You tell it what you are building, and then from whom you are building and why you are building it. And then after that, you can go ahead to tell the AI your do's and don'ts, what you want the website to have and what it should not be included. Then after that, you can go ahead and tell it the tools you have and what it should work with. So with this, you can now, and you will be ready to do what? To build quality solutions, quality apps, quality products, not just jumping into any AI to generate generic things, and at the end of the day, it will not be usable in real life. So follow me through. Let us go into our AI tool. For this video, I'll be using Lovable because Lovable have stood the test of time for me. So I'm going to be using Lovable, and then we are going to be building a fresh website. So for clarity purpose, Lovable did not sponsor this video. So Lovable did not sponsor this video, and I'm just using it because it's the tool I started using first. So when you open up you just go to your web browser, type lovable.dev. You will see a page where you sign up. Just sign up, or if you already have an account, then you can log in with your account. And when you log in, it will open up the dashboard, and then this is what you see. These are already projects I have. So I'm just going to create a new project. So creating a new project, you don't need to do anything, just type into the chat box. So right here, I'm going to enter our prompt. Now remember, the first segment of your prompt should be role identity. I'm going to type in you are a professional full stack developer full stop. I am so I'll tell it what I'm building. I'm building a website for a company, full stop. Who am I building this for? An aircraft hiring company. So what am I building? Why am I building it? So the aircraft company needs a website for their customer, comma, to create orders and hire through the website. So full stop. Now after we have defined role identity, what I'm building, who I'm building it for, why am I building it? So that the aircraft can create and hire, create order or hire aircrafts, order or hire aircrafts, rent aircrafts, aircrafts rentage company. So this is rentage company, okay, through the website. So now we have defined whom we are bidding for and why we are bidding it for, so that their customers to create and or rent aircraft through the website. Now remember, we are giving role identity, what I'm building, who I'm building, why I'm building, right? And then what next? After that, we define what we want the website to look like and what we don't want it to look like, right? So I want this to be very professional in its field and standing out. So full stop. Also under what I want it to be, so I'm just gonna say use a sky blue, right? Sky blue and white UI, that is color theme, yes. Full stop. Also use modern and advanced web components, all right. Feature aircraft landing videos. Sorry about that, this is landing videos. Feature aircraft landing videos as background video in the hero section of the homepage and other appropriate sections of the website. So that is it. I've given it what it should look like, what I want it to have. Now I don't want it to look, okay, I don't want it to look the website to look AI generated. Use real contents to look AI generated, right? So I don't want it to look AI generated because there are some websites you will see, you will just know that it is AI generated, full stop. So I'm going to use say, don't use emojis, don't use emojis. So that is a first sign. Another sign that a website is generated by AI when you see unnecessary emojis. Full stop. Also, don't over exaggerate. So you shouldn't over exaggerate. So you shouldn't ever over exaggerate. It should look real. The information, don't over exaggerate. The information on the website should be humanly believable. So this is it. So I'm just going to ask it to use its own cloud provision because Lovable has an integrated database, also integrated payments gateway. Yeah, it also has connection to GitHub and all that. So you can connect multiple apps to it. But then I'm going to ask it, I'm not going to use external tools for this particular video so that we can understand it because this video is basically for beginners, people who don't know how to do it yet. So I'm just going to ask Lovable to use its own cloud for the website. So in case it needs the cloud to do anything, maybe the database, yes, of course it's going to need the database to store orders and all that. So I'm just going to ask it to use its own cloud for the website database, the website database. So that is it. I'm done with this prompt. So we took the prompt step by step. So if you don't grab it yet, you can go back a bit on the video and understand the context here. So already we have given it the full prompt. The prompt is well detailed. The prompt is very well detailed. Also, okay, I want it to generate a logo and use professional brandable name for the website. So use a professional. Now this is in case as we don't have a customer who is requesting for this website. So I just wanted to generate the name and then the logo because Lovable is also good at that. Use a professional brandable name for the aircraft company and generate the quality and generate a quality logo for it. So this is it. Let's see what it does for us. So I'm not going to be planning, I'm just going to be building it directly. So I'm just going to build directly. Let's see what it got for us. So it's going to begin the operation. and then we are going to see everything. I'm not going to skip the video. So we see, you can also see how long it's going to take it to build it out, though it doesn't take long. This is AI, it doesn't take long. A website, you will take use days and weeks to build. It will build it in minutes. It will build it in minutes. So it has started. I will be building this as a professional aircraft charter site with sky blue and white branding, hero background video, a custom logo, and lovable cloud for the booking database. Now you look at, it's understood clearly what we are saying. And then brand name, I will use Azure Wing Aviation, which is a very good brandable name. So if you are an aircraft company owner and then you want to rebrand, you can use Azure Wing also. It's clean, brandable, aviation appropriate. Let me start by enabling the cloud. So it enabled the cloud. Now it's designed the logo. Right now you can see this is a professional logo. You don't even need to gainsay it two times. This is a professional logo that can be used by an aviation company, and because of the quality of our prompts, Lovable was able to understand the details right here. So it's able to understand the details, and it's able to create cleanly what we are building. Once again, Lovable AI did not sponsor this video, so I started using it when I was beginning in this field, so that is why I will recommend it. And then the link to Lovable will be in the description box below. We are waiting for it now. It is setting up cloud-based booking platform. So it's setting up the cloud. Then after that, it has started generating the hero video and all that, generating hero video and database setup. So basically, Lovable is working in the background while you can sit and take care of other jobs that you have in hand. And okay, we will wait for it a little bit. So if you're there, maybe you have any question or you tried your own out, it didn't work out, I am always available to attend to your comments, to your questions. So don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, because with this the content will be pushed to other viewers who also need it. Now we are going to wait for Lovable. It's not going to take so long for it to finish. This is already few minutes gone. We are not. The good thing is that we are not going to spend hours or days or weeks building this out. We are just going to spend few minutes on it. We are waiting for it now. It has started designing the sky blue brand UI concepts. So I just believe that it will be good. And this is AI. It might not generate what we love, yes, what we really want or what we really love. So you might need some tweak here and there. So that is why it is also important to understand what you are building, to first understand what you are building before you hand it off to an AI to build for you. So let's wait a minute. Let's wait. So that is it. We are going to wait for it. So you can see it has started writing the code in styles.css. So basically, the programming framework that Lovable uses are majorly Vite or TypeScript. Yes, Lovable uses majorly Vite or TypeScript. That is, if you did not indicate the programming language you should use. I didn't indicate that in the prompt because this video was supposed to be for people who don't know how or don't know anything about programming at all. Maybe you are just coming on YouTube, you are looking for a new career path, so this video is for you. That's the reason why I didn't make the prompt so complex. You could have seen frameworks I would have preferred it to use, architectural styles I could have preferred it to use, the flows I could have preferred it to use, and then the security method you could have preferred it to use. But so that this video will not be so complex for beginners, so that is why we are starting off with this very simple prompt. It's not long, just three paragraphs, and we are up and running. So let's see what it builds with these three paragraph prompts. So um, right here we are spending lovable credits. So I love lovable because they gives this is a free account, so you have 5 credits left. So you have 5 credits. For new users, you'll be given 10 credits on your first day of sign up. Now, for when after your first day, it then reduced to 5 credits per day. So um, that is basically it. So when you want to queue up a follow-up, you can also type here. Once it's done with what is building, now it is building the fleet.ts. This is our fleet page where all the available aircrafts will be listed, and then you can go ahead to add screenshots, videos, and whatever you want to add, you can add them up right here. So if I wanted to make these prompts much more detailed, I can add some screenshots, um, documents. Maybe I already have a project. Maybe I already have a project description I want it to follow. This has to do with when you are building on a contract, and then they send you the job description. After going through it, you add the job, the description, the project description here, and then you then enter your preference. Then there is build here and there is plan. So if you don't want to go ahead and building immediately, what I would have done on a normal day is we will plan it out on how I want the project to be. Lovable will ask me a question, and then I'll ask lovable question, and then that is the way we go. Or then, if you cannot express yourself more with typing, it has the voice mode that you can speak, and then it converts. Actually, there is an LLM here embedded to this voice mode, so that it converts your voice to text. So it converts your speech to text, and then lovable can then pick that up from there. So when it's done, we have a splitted page right here. um, the charts will be on the left hand side, and then the preview on the right hand side. So we are just going to wait for it a little bit for it to be done, and then we are good to go. It's already designing and building some of the things out. So that's the good news. um, we are just gonna wait a bit.
Content I create. So join me as I go about it.
Okay, so Lovable is done creating it, and you can see how stunning this particular website is. You can see how this website is very, very impressive. But then, looking at the left hand side, you find out that it's asking for something. Let the agent interact with the preview in your browser. Mm, checking your homepage renders, checking your homepage renders the video, the hero video, and Azure when random snippets. This. So I'm just going to click allow. So it's going to check if this video right here, okay, out of credit. So that is it. It's just so looking at the left hand side, this is to confirm if this video is rendered well. So we are just going to open this up in a new tab, and then we will see. Let's go through the pages and see. Wow, this looks stunning. This looks exceptional. And what I like is this particular um, nav bar. This particular nav bar, you can see it gets clearer when you try to move. Now, you see Azure Wing Aviation S 2014 private aviation without the friction, on demand charter, and all that. So you can request a quote, and then it's going to take you down to this place. You enter your details and all that, and then sign in to submit. Then you can sign in to submit your quote. So fleets, let's go and look at the fleet. Selected aircraft kept to a single operating standard. Now this is very, very interesting. You can view the aircraft and then you can request for the aircraft. Is that not wonderful? That is very, very great. So there is this one. I just love the way it's aligned everything to be very, 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 very user friendly and visually appealing. Now, this to the left, this to the right, this to the right, this to the left, just like that. And everything is clean and clear. Now, let's go ahead to the charter page. Okay, that is the charter. Now, about. See, I told it not to be exaggerate, too over exaggerate, too over exaggerate. Now, built by operators for the problem, for the people who actually fly. Now, this is a very captivating sales quote it wrote there. Built for operators for the people who actually fly. Now, this increases the user or the user who comes here to charter a flight. It increases his pride and willingness to do what? To charter. Now, this is very, very sweet. The website is very sweet. Now for the contacts, you can have the contact here. This is a demo platform, a demo data and all that are demo information. None of them are real. But then if you have real information, you can give it to Lovable and Lovable can use it for you. Let's go back to home. This is sweet. Look at the name and then the logo. Very, very perfect. I give this a 10 over 10. Let us sign in and see. You can sign in with Gmail. You can sign in with what they call it. So yeah, that is basically it. You can just sign in. And let's test out the sign in and see how it goes. Now I'm just gonna sign in with one of the accounts. Let's see. Let's test it out. And now you can see wonderful is my God. All right, let's go ahead. Now I am in. I can view my bookings right here. I don't have any booking yet, so let me request quote. Let me go to fleet and then request for aircraft. Um I like this. I like this. It looks more personal. I like the that aircraft. So I'm going to enter um, departure city, or okay, I'm just gonna put in California, San Diego, San Diego. So departure, I'm departing tomorrow. So I'm just gonna put 06 um 30 2026 actually 2026. So two passengers, yes, I am my secretary, and will be returning on 07 on the 2nd of July 2026. 2026. So that is it. Um, Preferred aircraft. We have selected the aircraft, and then let me submit request. Now I'm just okay. I have to fill this. I'm just gonna put the okay KTV table. So I'm going to repeat that KTV table. So just gonna type that, and then please enter a value right here. So no value equals select to the calendar. So June 29th to 30th, yes, that is it. No, that's it. Okay, okay, that is it. Then you can submit. Alright, you have to, it has some problem here, you can't type in. So I'm just going to use this, and then I'll be returning on the 2nd of July. So let's click on submit. So it's submitting right now, and it's submitted and took me to my booking. Now this is my booking details estimated. Now this is pending, but I don't know how to make payments yet. I don't know how it's routed this to make payments. So that is just it. You can see that I have created an almost complete website using this lovable tool. And you can do this, maybe look for businesses on Google. If you have Google Map that does not have a website, then you create the website for them, and then give them a cold call, enter you deal with them, and you hand over that website you've created. It costs you nothing. It costs you absolutely nothing. You can use the lovable free credit to create the website. Let's say if it give you some trouble, you can tweak that particular website for like a day or two before you can get absolutely what you want. And then once you get what you want, you give that particular business a cold call, and then when you get the money cold call, you can sell off that website to them. And with this, you are making money, you are in business. You are just in business already. You don't even need to start looking for a programming job or something like that. So you just build websites for businesses that don't have a website, and then you hand over the website to them when they have made payment, and you are in business. Do this 2 3 times, you'll be generating over $1,000 a month. So If you love this video so far, um, so if you love this video so far, like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. Thank you very much, and see you on the next one.